Hello, hello. Guess whose hotel Wi-Fi is working today? Welcome in, boiled beef. Welcome in, Zaku. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm talking a little bit quietly because, like I said, I'm in a hotel. It's like morning. Like it's like 9:30 in the morning, but I think there's someone in the room next to mine. I heard them coughing, so I don't want to like get a noise complaint or something like that. I mean, it is what it is. The hotel Wi-Fi seems to be working today. I checked it. I don't know if it's definitely the Wi-Fi, because like, okay, so let me switch over. Oh wait, shit, wait, hold on. Is this the right? Oh, okay, I set everything up correctly. Okay, hello. Um, when I got here, to this next hotel that I'm in, the Wi-Fi was working fine. Like, I tested it and everything, and it was totally fine. There were no problems. And then like the next day, it was so slow. Like, I posted that picture. It was like, what was it, like 3 up and like 3 down, just ridiculously slow. And it's been like that for like the past couple days. Just, it was so bad. I couldn't even watch YouTube. Like, I would watch a YouTube video and it would like automatically turn the quality all the way down to like the lowest one. And I was like, I got so mad. I was like, I can't fucking deal with this shit, right? And the other day when I came back from like, a day out, there were like a bunch of people in the hotel lobby like working on their laptops. So I don't know if it was like the whole hotel or just like my floor specifically, but fingers crossed they fixed it, because when I tested it this morning, I'm getting 80 up and 80 down. So that is more than enough to stream. Big Iron, welcome in, welcome. I got my coffee here. I'm oh god, I have so much shit I need to do. I'm in the middle of doing laundry, so I'm gonna have to pop out for a few minutes. In like, what was it, like 5 minutes? I'm gonna have to like pop out to put my stuff in the dryer, and then I'll do a BRB. And I'm also like in the middle of trying to do my nails, because I took my nail polish off, I think like last week or like the week before, I don't remember, and my nails have just gotten so fucking trashed because like I haven't had any like nail polish on them to like protect them. And not only that, but the air is so dry that like my cuticles and the skin on my fingers are just like, it's just like falling apart, right? It's just like so bad. And, I just like, I haven't had time to paint my nails, so I just broke down and I went to the store and I bought some press-ons. And I haven't used press-ons in like, God knows how many years. Isleria, welcome in. But like, and the ones I got are really cute. They're super cute. The problem I have with press-ons is that press-ons are, they're made for people with very flat nails. And my nails are super, super curved. So, I'm trying to like put them on, and like the edges of them aren't like sticking. They're like, coming up. And not only that, but these press-ons are the ones with like the glue on them already, which I hate the ones with the glue already on them, because like it's the stuff they put on there is so like, there's like a gap between my natural nail and the press-on nail, and like stuff gets like stuck in there, it gets caught on things. It drives me crazy, but I just need these right now so I don't feel so disgusting. Ulu, welcome in. Moose, welcome in. Welcome. You got your Just Standing 2 PS5 controller. Oh yeah, by the way, yesterday I went to the, if you check my Twitter, you'll be able to see that I went to the Death Stranding 2 special exhibition in Tokyo. The last pop-up store. And I spent a disgusting amount of money on Higgs merch. Like, an absolutely disgusting amount of money. I don't even want to say how much it is, because like I'm like genuinely like kind of ashamed. But like, it's, you know, like those t-shirts, were ridiculously fucking expensive. Like, I don't even want, like, you could look them up. I think you can find the price online. They were disgustingly overpriced. But they had my husbando, the Jonkler, on them, so I had to buy them. Right? Like, what am I gonna do? Not buy them? What the fuck? I mean, I've spent a disgusting amount of money already. I almost bought, like, another pair of shoes the other day. Like, the same pair that I bought, like, a week and a half ago, but in a different color. Because I have this problem. It's really bad, where if I go into a store and the salesperson is nice to me, I am like 80% more likely to buy something. It's really fucking bad. Doc, oh my god, hi! Thank you so much for your tier 1. Thank you, thank you. You're somebody to make up for the loss. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh yeah, it's Crimbo next week, right? It's Crimbo. Yeah, I'll put this here. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh my god. You know, I thought that I would be okay without my ADHD medication, but I have been so disorganized and so, like, it's been really bad. I think also having a lot of stuff going on is not helping. Like, when I was setting up for stream earlier, I was trying to find the fucking cable so I can connect. Did I get lost? Oh, no, I haven't gotten lost. Like, I'm glued to Google Maps. I'm glued to Google Maps at all times. Like, I don't get lost. Ah, shit, that's the laundry timer. I'll give it like a couple more minutes. But like for example, I'll be like, okay, I need to do this. And then I'll get distracted and then I'll forget what I needed to do. And I'm like, fuck. But earlier I was looking for the cable so I could plug in my cooling pad to my laptop cooling pad in. Melly, hi! Thank you so much for your Prime. Thank you. And like, see, it's happening again right now. And I was like pissed off because like yesterday when I was going through my stuff, I was trying to organize it. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna put all my electronics in one bag. I'm gonna put like all my, all the stuff I don't need right now in this suitcase. And then I'm like looking for the cable and I'm like, oh my god, I put it in the fucking, my big ass fucking suitcase. So I had to like, pull out my huge ass fucking suitcase and dig through it to find the cable. It's really fucking bad. So I don't get lost. Okay. In 2 minutes, remind me to get the laundry. I'm gonna give it an extra minute because like the laundry timer on the machine said 30 minutes when I did it the other day. And I set my timer for 30 minutes, right? And then when my timer on my phone went off, I went back down to get my laundry and it said like, oh, there's still 5 minutes left on the machine. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? The timer said 30 minutes. My timer is also set to 30 minutes. What do you mean there's 5 minutes left on the machine? That's not how time works. That's not how timers work. That's not how it works. Like, don't fucking bullshit me. Don't fucking bullshit me. Am I still dealing with like a cold? No, my cold is gone. My cold is gone. No sicky anymore. No sicky anymore. Thankfully, for the time being anyway. My nose is still really runny because of the cold, and also because it's fucking dry or whatever. I don't know. 30 minutes Japan time. 30 minutes Japan. Yeah, basically, I guess, Oh boy. Okay, I'm still choosing, like, trying to find the right size nails for my nails. Because I need to get this done before I go. Thankfully, today, I don't have to leave until, like, 12 or 12:30, maybe. So I have a couple of hours to kill. Water's not clean enough, run a little longer. Hold on. And my throat is also super dry. Actually, wait, I just bought some like honey lemon tea. That's also been like really good in helping me is that I can find like honey lemon tea, like hot honey lemon tea at like every other vending machine. Working? Oh no, my work doesn't start until January. I don't move in until the end of the month. I don't start work until January. So 1 minute left. Thank you. And especially for you guys that didn't know, I did my first ever karaoke stream on Irium the other day. And I had so much fun with that. I had such a fucking great time. I want to do another one. I don't know when, because I'm gonna be like pretty busy this week. But hopefully next week. Sorry, next week. Today is Saturday. Hopefully I can do one before I leave for my next location. Because there's a specific chain that I like to go to in the Kansai region. I always go to this chain. It's called Jankata. It's, from what I understand, it's only in Kansai. I don't know if they have it in like other places. I know they don't have it in Kanto, but I love Jankata. I think it's like really the only one I've ever been to. I mean, there's another one I went to, but I don't remember what that was. I like this chain a lot, so I always go there. Unfortunately, the nearest one, I have to like go to the next station to I have to go to the next station to get there, so I would have to leave extra early. But you know, it's not the worst thing ever. Laundry time. Okay, thank you. I was I was distracted again. Okay. I'm gonna go on BRB really fast. If anyone comes in, tell them I'm doing my laundry. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm freaking back. I'm freaking back. I'm freaking back. Um, okay, so I have another hour before my clothes are done drying. I'll tell them you're washing blood out of your clothes after the murder. Speaking of murder, hello there, freaking back. So I got to see one of my friends yesterday who's been living in Japan for about 3 years now. And I also got him to tune up my computer. So my beautiful laptop, the fans have been cleaned and the thermal paste has been reapplied. Not only that, but apparently like originally, when they like manufactured my laptop, they didn't put like enough thermal paste on some of the things. So he put like the proper amount of like thermal paste on the thingy majiggy. He explained it to me, but I still don't really understand. So now my beautiful machine is now you can play UE5 engine games with one extra frame. Exactly. Or still damp Japanese drying. Probably damp Japanese drying, but I will be honest with you, I prefer damp Japanese drying because like when you dry your clothes, like you dry your clothes all the way, that's really bad for your clothes. That's really fucking bad for your clothes. Like it you know, people complain that like Japanese washers don't like thoroughly like, but they're very gentle, which is what I like because so many of my clothes have gotten fucked up. Warm clothes. I want clothes that last me longer than a year, Melly. I don't give a shit if they're warm or cold. I want them to last me more than a year. I'm in it for the long game. Come on, man. One of my friends has been working in Japan for close to 10 years now. She also deals with ADHD, and I say you're doing all right despite your hiccups. Yeah, I mean, I know that like once I start working, I think it'll be a little bit better because like the reason why it's so bad right now is because I have so many things going on. Like every single day, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, oh, and I have to do this, I have to do all these things, I have to go to all these places, I have to buy all these things. My clothes don't fall apart and I chuck them. Oh, so you're the reason why there's like a big pile of like clothes in like Uganda that's destroying the environment. Oh, I see. It's all you then. Okay. I also haven't been using my notebook. Oh, chuck them in the laundry. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the garbage. I'm sorry. Whoopsie daisy. What was, fuck. Okay, ADHD. That's right. I haven't been using my notebook recently, which is what I normally try to do, which helps me like keep track of my thoughts. Like I take my notebook with me everywhere I go. I haven't written in it like once. Let me actually check. I have my notebook right here, I think. Just kidding. Where's my notebook? Hold on. My girl boss diary. Did I leave it in here? Oh yeah, my girl boss diary is in here. Okay. What? Oh, I mean, nothing. Yeah, I haven't like written anything in here recently, so that's also a problem. Like a bullet journal? Kind of? Yeah, I mean, I call it my girl boss diary. Or your SpongeBob socks? Oh yeah, no, I have them. I have them with me. They're in my suitcase. Like I of course I took my SpongeBob socks. Of course I fucking did. But like there's a lot. SpongeBob is really popular in Japan. SpongeBob is really popular in Japan. God, I wish I had like downloaded these pictures on my computer. I was at this mall in Osaka yesterday, Hep 5, and they were having like a whole ass like SpongeBob Christmas like promotion event thing. Like there's like a big statue of SpongeBob in the, you know, lobby of the mall. They have like these SpongeBob signs everywhere. And like, you know, like SpongeBob is so fucking popular here and I love it. It makes me so happy. SpongeBob fit or Makima fit on the first day of work? That's a really good question, Melly. I I'm gonna have to I'm really gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna have to discuss with my boss first what his like dress code expectations are, because he said like business casual. But business casual for women is very different than business casual for men. So I don't really know like what that entails just yet. I saw Tokyo Disney Sea Ride that featured Groot. Groot, yeah, yeah. Um, okay, I should start at the beginning. How did I get to Japan? I talked about this on Irium, but you know, obviously I know the majority of you aren't on Irium for some reason. It took me like 2.5, like 3 days to get to Japan, because everything that went wrong, that could have gone wrong, went wrong. So originally I wasn't flying direct. I was gonna fly to Honolulu and then from Honolulu to Tokyo. I've flown this route before. It takes longer than a direct flight, but I actually prefer it because A, I get to get out and stretch my legs. B, I get to be in Hawaii. Even if it's for like, you know, an hour or two, being in Hawaii is nice, right? Like, because the Honolulu airport, it's kind of like a hybrid indoor-outdoor airport. So there are some places where it's like you can feel the fresh air on your skin. And they play like relaxing ukulele music all throughout the airport. So it's kind of hard to like have a bad time, right, in the Honolulu airport. Because it's like, you know, even if you're stressed out, it's like, oh, but like this, you know, this the music, it's like this ukulele guy and he's singing to me the song of his people. It's good to take a break in between flights, right? So unfortunately, my flight got delayed. Glitchy, hello, welcome in, welcome. My flight got delayed by, I think, like, 4 or 5 hours? Mega Super CEO, welcome in. I don't even know. So, you know, I had to wake up at 4 a.m. to get to the airport, right? So, because my flight was like at like 7 or whatever. So, you know, I get to the airport, I, you know, go through security, it's a breeze, there's no one there. I'm like, okay, cool. This is great. Like super easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I'm waiting for my flight. Right? I'm waiting for my flight. And you know, it's like it's like 8:50. Sorry, it's like 6:50 and they haven't started boarding. And I'm like, something's not right here. So it's like 7, right? And they make an announcement and they're like, hey, so there's something wrong with the plane. We're fixing it right now, but we should be done in like half an hour. And so I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a little late, whatever. Another half hour goes by and they're like, yeah, so there's something wrong with the lights on the plane. We're working on it. We'll give you another update when we have more information. And, you know, that repeats for like another hour, you know? And so eventually, you know, I'm like looking at my schedule and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna make my connection. So, you know, I go up to the counter and I'm like, hey, you know, I don't think I'm gonna make my connection. Like, I can't get I know the Honolulu airport. I can't get from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2 in 15 minutes. Like, that's not possible. No, I flew Hawaiian. I flew Hawaiian Airlines. And I've flown Hawaiian Airlines before. Hawaiian Airlines is very nice, but this is like the worst experience I've ever had with them. So, you know, I tell them that. And they're like, oh, well, you know, we haven't gotten permission from the airlines to rebook the passengers headed to Japan. It's like, okay, what do you mean you haven't gotten permission from the airlines? Like, I'm gonna miss my connecting flight. What the fuck do you mean you need permission for that? So, you know, I wait another half hour. By that time, I know for a fact I'm not gonna make my connecting flight. So, you know, I go back and I'm like, I'm going to miss my connecting flight. What are we going to do about this? And, you know, the guy working there, he's pretty disgruntled. I understand why. you know, it's like out of his control, and I'm trying to, you know, I'm being as nice as possible, but it's also like I'm going to miss my connecting flight. Like what are we going to do about this? So he's like, "Okay, well, we will book you on the next flight out of Honolulu later that afternoon." Right? And I'm like, "Okay. Cool. That's fine." However, another like hour and a half goes by, and they're like, "Oh, hey, so we got the engineers from the other local airport to come and fix the plane." And by that time, it had been like, I don't know, maybe like 3.5 hours. I feel like it probably would have been easier to just get another plane. But, you know, maybe it was like a sunk cost fallacy kind of thing. Like they had already like spent so much time on it. They're like, yeah, we might as well just like fix it, right? I don't know. Anyway. So, you know, another 2 hours goes by, and I'm going to miss the next connecting flight that they had booked me on later that afternoon, right? So, you know, I go to the counter again, and I'm like, I'm going to miss the next connecting flight. What are we going to do about this? And, you know, he's looking and he's like, oh, you know, there aren't any more flights that we can book you for today. I can see if like I can get you a, you know, hotel voucher, right? And we can book you on the next flight out tomorrow. And I'm like, yes, please do that. You know, if I'm gonna be stranded in Hawaii, it's not gonna be on my dime, right? Um, like my ass would have been out. Like they offered a refund, but like I my suitcases were already checked in. I did not want to have to go through the process of getting them to uncheck my suitcases. I don't even know how the fuck you do that. I didn't want to have to deal with that shit. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I don't care. I'm not going back home. I'm not fucking going back home. Fuck this. So, you know, eventually they fixed the plane, and, you know, I board, and, you know, it's fine. The flight there is pretty fast. Boarding was very fast. Like they're getting us there as fast as possible. Um, and so like I get to, you know, I get to Honolulu, I get to the airport, and I'm like, okay, they said they're gonna get me a hotel voucher. Who the fuck do I talk to? So, you know, I try to find various like Hawaiian Airlines employees, and I'm like telling them like, this is my situation, what do I do? And the majority of them were like, I don't fucking know. Get out of here. Get out of my face. Go away. Like, I don't fucking know how to help you. Leave me alone. So, you know, I'm just like going through the airport asking anyone and everyone, what the fuck do I do? And like most of them are just like, fuck off. Eventually, I find the, you know, Hawaiian Airlines help desk, and the people working there were so nice. They were so understanding. They got me a hotel voucher, free transportation to and from the airport, and 2 meal vouchers, right? And the hotel they set me up in is was a really nice hotel. Like a really, really nice hotel. Like I was on a super high floor too. If you looked at my Twitter, you would have seen the video of me Majima maxing around Honolulu. That was fun. It was a super swanky hotel, great hotel, and I got to stay there for free. So, you know, despite everything that happened, I was not that upset, because it's kind of hard to be upset in Hawaii, right? It's like I'm in fucking Hawaii. It was so warm there. It's like 80 fucking degrees. 80 fucking degrees in December. My mind was blown. I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. 80 degrees in December. That's bonkers. Like, wow. All that pain and suffering and waiting paid off. Honestly, it kind of did. Like, I got to be in freaking Hawaii. Sorry, I'm like sizing my nails right now because I'm trying to figure out like which nails I'm using for which finger. Okay, I think this is the pointer finger. But wait, then what is this for? Is this also for the pointer finger? Or is this... I don't know what this is for. Okay. That's for the pointer finger. This is for the middle finger, right? I think, I don't fucking know. So, you know, as soon as I, you know, checked into my hotel, I grabbed my little Majima and I just went out because I'm like, I need to take a picture of Majima with the sunset. Inshallah, she can uncensor her nails after today. Yeah. Um, so, you know, I was like doing little, I went to the mall, the Ala Moana Mall, and I took a lot of pictures there with my fucking little Maju. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Oh my God, it's just like the video game for real. It's just like the Majima game. Literally. Literally. Um, Although I do have to say, like, the last time I was in Honolulu was about 3 years ago. And, you know, Hawaii, it's always been kind of bad in terms of like drugs and homeless people. But this time it was way worse. They were like drugged out homeless fent addicts on every single block I went on. It was crazy, just like passed out. It was fucking weird. And I almost got grabbed by one of them. I almost got fucking grabbed. Were they doing the lean? They were doing the lean, or they were just like passed out on the sidewalk. So I'm in the Ala Moana Mall, right? And I'm going down an escalator from like the second floor to the first floor. Or no, it was the third floor to the second floor. Something like that. I don't know. And I see that coming down the escalator, like above the one that I'm going down, there's this kind of like sketchy looking guy, right? And so I kind of like, you know, I'm aware of him. I'm like, okay, there's like a weird looking, there's kind of like a sketchy guy behind me, right? Just having that awareness in my head, right? I just, you know, being aware of it. And so, you know, I'm standing on the escalator and the escalator is going down and I feel something press against my back and I see his arm come out to the side of me, like he's trying to reach around and grab me. And so I yell really fucking loud, like, back off. Thankfully, there were these like two huge Hawaiian dudes going down the escalator in front of me. And they immediately turn around and they're like, hey, are you okay? And the guy like backed off. And I was like, yeah, I think so, you know? So as soon as I got off the escalator, I just like ran back to my hotel. I just like ran the fuck back to my hotel. That was fucking freaky. Like, you guys know me. I'm a city girl. I'm born and raised in the urban jungle. I had never had that happen to me before in like mainland US cities. That's never fucking happened to me before, ever. Like that's the first time anything like that has ever happened to me. It was fucking crazy. I literally almost like had to do a heat action right then and there, right? Like, I'm just like thinking like, save me, Majima. Where is Majima when I need him? Oh. Other than that, it was very nice. I did get 2 meal vouchers. The dinner voucher was worth $20, which in Hawaii is not a lot for a meal. I'm pressing triangle and nothing is happening. Exactly. And the meal voucher could only be used 2 places: the hotel restaurant or Olive Garden. And I'm like, okay, well, the hotel restaurant is probably super fucking expensive, so I'll just go to Olive Garden because I've never been there before. I didn't know Olive Garden was an expensive-ish restaurant. Like, all the entrees were like $30. And I was like, huh. The cheapest like meal that I could get was like the build your own pasta meal, which was like $20.45 exactly for pasta, a salad, and breadsticks. The pasta was decent. The pasta was fine. It was good. The salad sucked and the breadsticks were terrible. I was very disappointed. You know, I left them a big tip because it's like, I'm basically not paying for this meal, so I might as well just like give you guys something for it. And then the meal voucher I got for breakfast was worth $15, and it was only good for Olive Garden, which isn't open in the morning, and the hotel, like, buffet. You didn't even get the free bread. I mean, the free breadsticks and salads, I guess, are included in the meal, so I don't necessarily know if that's considered free. But, you know, I take my little voucher in the morning and I go to the hotel buffet. And I look at the prices, and it's like, oh yeah, one adult, like, buffet pass or whatever is $30. $30 to get into the hotel buffet. And I was like, are you fucking, like, what do you mean 30? Like, you give me this $15 voucher? And you're telling me I'd have to pay, like, $15? Like, no, fuck that. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to use the voucher. I'm just going to go to Starbucks and get, like, a little sandwich and a little sandwich and, you know, a coffee, right? I'll just do that. So, you know, I go to Starbucks and I order my sandwich and I order a medium grande, like, iced coffee or something like that. And, you know, I get my sandwich and I get my coffee and I'm like, this seems really big. Like, did they change the size of, like, the medium coffee? This seems very unusually large. And so I go back to my seat and I look at my receipts. They charged me for a venti, which is a large, even though I said to the girl behind the counter I would like a, you know, grande, medium. And she said, okay, grande, iced coffee, whatever. And so, you know, at that point, I was just like, I don't even fucking care, dude. Like, I just want to get out of here. So I ended up spending $15 on breakfast anyway because the coffee was $10 fucking dollars. The coffee was $10. I was just like, I don't even care anymore. I don't even fucking care. Just get me out of here. I just want to go to Japan. I just want to be in Japan. Get me the fuck out of here. So, you know, I get my stuff. I call a cab. It was actually the same guy that originally had taken me to, like, the hotel. He's like he gave me his card and he's like, call me tomorrow. He was like, I was a little, like, worried scheduling the pickup with him because I think he was Thai, or no, he was, like, Vietnamese or something. So his English was very, like, you know, limited. And so I was kind of, like, worried, like, if he understood, like, I would like to be picked up at this time, right? But he picked me up at the correct time. So, you know, very, very good ride. Took me to the airport. I got checked in. I got there early, like 2 hours before my flight. And I was just chilling, sitting, listening to the relaxing ukulele music. And so I'm like, you know, I want to listen to some music. I'm going to look for my Bluetooth earbuds. So I start digging through my bag and I can't find my Bluetooth earbuds. And I'm like, huh? So, you know, I have two bags with me. I have two, like, my backpack and my, you know, carry-on. I dig through both of them. I take everything out of both of my bags and they're not in there. And I'm like, okay, either I left them at the hotel or they're in my checked bags. So I decide to, like, call the hotel to be like, hey, I think I left my Bluetooth earbuds in my room. If you guys find it, can you, like, let me know? You know, I was like, okay, if they find it, I'll just have them send them to, you know, my parents' house, and then my parents can send it to me. So, you know, thankfully I did have 2 backup pairs of wired earbuds with me, so it wasn't like the end of the world. But when I got on my flight, right? And, you know, I'm looking through my bag. I'm trying to find something else. I don't remember what it was. And my Bluetooth earbuds materialized in my bag. Somehow. I took everything out of my bag. They weren't in there. And then I find them in my bag. So I don't know how that happened, how they just suddenly spawned in my bag. But you know what? I'm fine with that. They're there for dimension. They were there. That's all that matters. Cause like I was sitting like behind a family with two loud toddlers. And I'm like, because the earbuds that I had were not like, they were good earbuds, but they weren't like noise canceling earbuds. So I'm like, if I don't have noise canceling, my noise canceling earbuds, I'm gonna go fucking crazy. Thankfully, I did have them, and they cut out the sounds of the screaming children very well. So, you know, that was fine. It took UE5 ages to render the Bluetooth earbuds. Honestly, yeah. So, you know, I just like, I put on the flight map, I put in my earbuds, and I just like, you know, I just stare at it for like a couple hours, and then, you know, I decided to attempt to take a nap. I put on, you know, my eye mask or whatever. I, you know, try to take a little nappy nap. I, you know, check it again after a few hours. Like, I didn't even like watch a movie or anything. I was just looking at the flight map. Like, by that point, like, I was just so tired. I was just so exhausted. I was like, I just need to turn my brain off. I just need to turn my brain off. I don't want to stimulate my brain anymore. I need to completely turn it off as much as I can. Must have been an exciting flight map. Oh, it always is. It's riveting. But the cool thing is that the original flight was supposed to take like, I think 9 hours and 45 minutes, right? That was the, you know, initial flight time. And then the pilot makes an announcement and he's like, hey, we are going to get there in 8.5 hours instead. And I was like, cool. Speed running it. Why is my phone running out of battery? Wait, what do you mean low battery? It's fucking plugged in. Wait, what the hell? My phone is plugged into my computer. What do you mean low battery? What the fuck did I do? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna unplug and replug my phone in. Why is it not charging? Okay, now it's charging. Okay. Oh god. Okay, it's working now. Hopefully it doesn't get fucked up again. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's overheating. I forgot to turn the fan on my my phone holder on. I forgot to turn the cooling fan on my phone holder on. That explains it. Okay. Okay, we're good. No, you're right. I forgot to turn the fan on my phone holder on because my phone stand has like a fan attached to it to like keep it cool. So yeah, that's what I forgot to do. For some reason I pictured Alex being on the same flight as Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, okay. So that was not the end of my little adventure. So I get to Japan. I do this every single time, and every single time I regret it. You know, I do like a 10 hour flight, and then I get to Japan. I'm like, I'm gonna take the train to my hotel. I need to stop doing that because figuring out public transportation after an incredibly long flight is never a good idea. Like, trust me on this, it's never a good idea. Like, your best bet is to just like spend the night in a hotel near or like in the airport, or to just like get a taxi or something, even if it's expensive. Do I have family waiting for me? Yup. So, you know, I have my two heavy suitcases. My big suitcase is why? I'm gonna tell you why. My big suitcase weighs 50 pounds. My smaller suitcase weighs, I think, like 30 pounds or something. My carry-on also weighs close to 30 pounds, and my backpack was, you know, heavy. What about a mini room? I mean, if it's Japan, you can get like a capsule hotel thing. I've never done that before. I might have to, you know, I don't know. Anyway. So I have these heavy fucking bags, and I'm like, oh, my hotel is close to the train station. I'm going to take the train to my hotel. So I kind of forgot that the train from Haneda Airport is not like a... It's not like an express train specifically for people going to and from the airport, like the one that the Narita Skyliner is. It's a commuter train. So, I get on. Well, first of all, getting on was the hard part because, okay, hold on. There we go. There is there's a gap between like the platform and the train. And if you have like a suitcase, you have to lift it above the gap and onto the train. Now, like I said, my 2 suitcases were fucking heavy. And the doors to the train only stay open for about 1 minute, give or take. So I'm like, okay, I need to get my stuff onto the train as fast as possible. And I need to squeeze myself into like a, empty corner so that I'm like out of the way. Which, the train was basically empty since it stops. Like, it starts at the airport. It starts and stops at the airport. So, I do that. And I've got all my bags and like, squeezing myself in. And then, the train goes to the next station. And more people get on. And more people get on. And more people get on. This is Friday night, by the way. So everyone's getting off of work because I got in at around like 6 p.m. So, the train is crowded. And I am just like trying to take up as little space as possible with my 2 huge fucking suitcases and bags. I'm like holding on to them so tightly so that they don't like roll around and like bump into people. And I'm like, oh my God, when I get to the station, I am going to have to like get my bags and get out of the train as fast as fucking possible. Just like the song from Yakuza 0. So I'm like, okay, like I'm like mentally preparing myself, like, okay, I'm gonna get my bags. I'm just gonna like get out of the train as fast as possible and then get out of everyone's way as fast as possible, right? Like I need to not inconvenience other people. So, I get to the station, I do that, and I'm like huffing and puffing, right? And like getting my bags off. So I move out of the way and onto the platform. And I'm like, okay, time to figure out how to get to my hotel. My hotel, it said it was like a 10-minute walk from the station, which would have been fine. However, I didn't realize this, but the street that my hotel was on was at a very slight incline. So I would have to push my bags up this like incline. And like I said, it wasn't like a hill per se, but it was an incline and it was a long street. So yeah. I'm stubborn. That's one of also my problem is that I'm stubborn. I'm like, oh, I can do everything myself. Because like it's outside the station. There's like taxis outside the station. And I'm just like, I don't need a taxi. It's just right up the street. I can go and I can, take my suitcases up there myself. So, I get to the bottom of the street and I'm like trying to pull my suitcases up and I'm having a hard time. So I just put them in front of me and I just like push them. I'm like pushing them up this incline. And there's people like walking past me. They're all, they're getting off of work. They've all had a long day at the Long Day Factory and they're going to the station so that they can, go home. And they're all like passing by me and they're all like staring at me. Some of them are like whispering and stuff. But I'm just like, I don't even fucking care. Like, laugh all you fucking want. Let's see you guys try to push these suitcases up this hill. Like, let's see you idiots try to do what I'm doing and then we'll see who's laughing. I had to stop a few times because I felt like I was gonna pass out. And I realized, like, I probably should have, like, gotten a taxi to take me up this street. Like, it would have been a little embarrassing to be like, hi, I need you to take me literally up the street. But I think that probably would have been the better option. So finally, I get to my hotel. I check in and I go to my room and I am just drenched in sweat. Just every layer of clothing that I'm wearing is just drenched in sweat. Like I turn on the shower and I'm like TMI, I'm like, I have to like peel my clothes off of my body because everything I'm wearing is drenched in sweat. So, I get into the shower and I'm like, oh my God, this feels so good. This feels so good. And that's why I would say after you're getting off of a long flight, just either spend the night at the airport or get a taxi or like a driver, because don't do what I did. Don't be stubborn. Don't be like a stubborn, like, oh, I can do it myself. I don't need to pay anyone to do it for me. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Um, uh, and that was my 2-day journey to get to Japan. Now I'm here. Oh God, it was just like, Aesop would write a fable about you. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. It was definitely like the kind of thing where I'm just like regretting being stubborn. Like, oh, I don't want to pay money for people to like like I no, I should have just done it. I should have just fucking done it. Like, that's not a good decision. Unfortunately now I have bought so much stuff that I can't fit them all in my suitcases. So I'm gonna have to send them ahead of me to my like apartment. Which, is fine. Alex's iconic seal pride has backfired on her yet again. Truly, truly, truly. Yeah. Ginga, hello. Welcome and welcome, welcome. Slap a strong 0 down, it's easy peasy. Oh, that's not it. I forgot. So the next couple days, I started getting sick. And if you remember from the last time I streamed on Twitch, like, I don't even know, like 2 weeks ago, I was sick. And, at that point, I kind of was just like, I was not surprised. I was like, I've been like fucking in airports, in, another place, in like trains, like, I'm not surprised that I got sick. So I had a bit of a cold. My friend recommended me some cold medicine. It didn't really do that much. So I got the extra strong version, and that just like fixed me right up. Oh, I forgot I still need to eat my breakfast. Hold on. Fix me right up. Fix me up real good. The prideful seal suffers again. Yep. But, I also, like, I think I went, like, a whole week and a half without drinking a strong 0, because, like, I was sick, right? And I was taking cold medicine. And I was like, well, I probably shouldn't be drinking when I'm taking cold medicine, right? That's never a good idea. So I basically went like a long time without having a strong 0. I think when I did have a strong 0, maybe it was like last week or something, at the end of last week, I got a can and I took a sip, and that first sip was like, oh, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. Oh, that's fucking what I needed. So, I've been having my lemon sours, just about every day. And I was kind of like, oh God, am I falling into alcoholism? Am I falling into alcoholism? I'm having like one of these things every day, Is it happening again? Cause like, I go out and I'm busy all day and I get back to my hotel and I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to crack open a cold one, right? And if I don't have a cold one, I get like upset. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm eating. She gets the urge to beat wife. What else? to pee really badly. Okay. I'm gonna BRB. I'm not gonna go on the BRB screen. I'm just gonna like mute myself and I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I'm back. Okay, I finished my coffee. Put this over here. There we go. So, the hotel I'm staying at, currently, it's pretty fancy. It's pretty no, I finished with my coffee. There's no need to set a coffee timer. The hotel I'm currently staying at is pretty fancy. I got a really good deal on it. I got a really good deal using the booking.com app. Not sponsored. I wish they would sponsor me, but if you're planning on booking a hotel, I highly recommend using the booking.com app specifically because they have some really good deals that are only available on the app. Like this hotel that I'm staying at, I got it like I got it for $100 cheaper than if I were to use the website. I saved $100 using the booking.com app. Booking.com, please sponsor me. So it was like really like the room is huge. For a Japanese hotel, this room is fucking huge, which is crazy because Japanese hotels are not very big. Because it was kind of a shock going from my, big room. Oh, Azaria, hello. Thank you for the posture check. Going from my like big room in my hotel in Hawaii to the small hotel room that I booked in Tokyo. Very big different. How big is the bed? I think it's like a what is this? Is it like a twin? I think it's like a twin. Or like it's big. It's like two people could theoretically fit in this bed. I think that's a twin. I don't know, but it's pretty good size. The only downside is that, like I said, the Wi-Fi is like when I got here, like the Wi-Fi was working and then it hasn't been working for the past couple days. I hope they fix the Wi-Fi. It seems to be working okay so far, but I don't know. That's really the only downside. Because like this is the kind of hotel where they host like banquets, right? Like they do fancy shit like that here. So very, very nice. Um, good. Well, the view isn't like there is a view, but I mostly just see like residential buildings, not anything particularly like exciting or photo worthy. Um, but you know, so far it's been delightful. Um, oh, speaking of Starlink, so I got really good Wi-Fi on my flight to Japan because Hawaiian Airlines apparently uses Starlink now, and it's really good. Like really, really good, like Wi-Fi on Starlink, like on the plane. It was crazy, and it was free too. They're like, oh yeah, there's free Starlink Wi-Fi for everyone. And it was super fast. I could like watch videos on there and shit and like send messages. I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is so wild. Um, so, you know, that was also good. I would assume being closer to the satellite would help. Maybe, maybe. Also, welcome in, Censored. Welcome, welcome. That was pretty good. What was I gonna say? You know, I'll be honest with you, food-wise, I haven't really had anything that's like, actually, no, that's not true. In Tokyo, me and my friend went to this like omurice restaurant. We had to like get there early and like wait in line a little bit. It was so good. It was genuinely the best omurice I've ever had in my fucking life. It was so fucking good. It was so good. And then like, you know, the other day I was like hungry, so I went to like a little omurice restaurant in the station, and it was like, it was mid. It was mid. I don't know if like my tastes have changed, or maybe I've just like gotten a higher like like I don't know how to describe it, you know? Oh, you made spaghetti Napolitan? Dude, I love spaghetti Napolitan. Have I even had that yet? I think I had it at some place and it was okay. Yeah, no, I had it and it was pretty good. Am I subsisting off of tuna mayo onigiri? I have not been eating like 3 meals a day. Like usually in the morning, I'll get like a pastry or like a coffee or something at the kombini, right? And for lunch, I'll usually like try to go to like a sit-down restaurant or something. Like, when I was in Tokyo, I remember I went to Caesarea one day. And like that wasn't really necessarily to like eat good food. It was mostly just like to sit down and just like fuel myself, right? Because that's kind of how my lunches have been so far, is that I just fuel myself and then I go on with my day, you know? So not like the most exciting, I suppose. What else? Hold on. Like yesterday for lunch, I went to Sushiro, and I was actually like not super like impressed by it. I think it's because like I've been going to Kura Sushi so much in like the US that now Sushiro is just kind of like mid to me. Like in terms of their selection, I was not particularly impressed, or like the quality of like the food that I ordered. Like they had something on the menu at Sushiro. It was basically just like a mozzarella stick, but they called it like tempura mozzarella, which is just like, it's basically just like a mozzarella stick but fried in tempura batter. It was not very good. You know, cheese in Japan is not good in general. So I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to order it. It was not very good. Go-Go Curry? Go-Go Curry. I don't know if I've ever been to Go-Go Curry. I usually go to, oh fuck, what is it called? Ichiran. No, not Ichiran. What? Why am I blanking on the name? It's everywhere. The curry place that's everywhere. The one with the gorilla as the mascot. I think I passed by one of those, but I've never been there before in my life. I've never even heard of it before. I always go to the other place. That name, whose name I just don't remember at all. Not CNC, although I did go to a CNC and I thought it was decent. Kokoichi. I always go to Kokoichi for curry. That's where I usually go for like when I get curry, is Kokoichi. I don't know why I couldn't remember it. They specialize in katsu curry. Oh, well, I don't eat pork, so you know, I always go to Kokoichi. I haven't been to Kokoichi yet because I just haven't really felt like it. Because like last night I was wandering, I got back pretty late and I was wandering around because I'm like, okay, I need to eat something. I'm hungry. You don't have chicken too. Doc, I'm a pescatarian. I feel like I say this every fucking stream. I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat. Anyway, fuck, now I lost my train of thought again. Oh my god, this is so bad. Fuck. Yeah, it's... Oh my god. This is so fucking bad. This is so fucking bad. New place. Oh, I was talking about dinner. What I did for dinner last night. Okay, thank you. You know, I got back and I'm like, I need to eat, but I don't really know what I want to eat. So I was just kind of like wandering around looking for something. What's also annoying me is that, like, you know, I was in the station. So I was like, okay, I'll get something to eat in the station. But a lot of times when you like look for places like in the station, like on Google Maps or whatever, they don't tell you if the place is like before or after the ticket gates. And that drives me insane because it's like sometimes they'll be like, oh, you know, this restaurant looks really good. I want to go here. And then you'll be looking for the restaurant and you'll like see a sign. It's like, oh yeah, no, this restaurant is actually after the ticket gates. So, you know, you can only eat there if you're going somewhere, right? Which is, I think it's freaking really annoying, but whatever. So I went to this okonomiyaki place last night in the station, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best thing I've ever had either. I would give it like a 6 out of 10. Which for me is disappointing. You know, it filled me up though. It filled me up, so isn't it Odin season? It is. I've never really had Odin before. You know, I actually tried excuse me. The what is it called? It's like a custard. It's like an egg custard with seafood, like shrimp and stuff. I don't remember what it was called. But I tried it for the first time and I was not crazy about it. I think it's because it's like kind of an acquired taste kind of thing. Because like typically when I think egg custard, I think like, oh, this is going to be sweet, right? But it's not sweet, it's savory. So, you know, I was like trying to eat it and I was like, this is just like, this, like my brain is confused. My brain is confused. I don't know, like, and usually has something in it. Yeah. Like the flavor itself wasn't bad. I didn't hate the flavor. It's just like the combination of the texture, which I associate with sweet, and the flavor was just weird for me, you know? I also tried a persimmon for the first time last night, and it was like the same thing where I liked the flavor. I did not like the texture. I did not like the texture. I mean, I have issues with like fruit and like textures specifically. So, you know, for me, I was like, okay, you know, this flavor is good. It's sweet, but like this texture that it has is just like, oh, it's nasty. Super nasty. I like them dry more than fresh. Persimmons? I think it was fresh-ish. I don't really know. But yeah, I felt bad because my friend like gave it to me. He's like, "Oh yeah, you should try these. They're really good." This always happens when it's like someone's like, "Oh hey, we got this like fresh fruit from this farm. Here, you can have this. It's really good." And then like I take a bite and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. You know, I remember my aunt, she had some like fresh strawberries that she had gotten. And, you know, I tried one to be polite, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. I don't like this flavor. I don't like this texture. I just I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like yucky to me. I'm sorry. So, yeah, for me, fruit has always kind of been a thing. Wait until they try selling you on the iconic cube watermelon. I seen a cube? I don't think I've seen a cube watermelon before, but I have seen a yellow watermelon. And that was like really cool to me. I saw it in the supermarket and I was like, oh my god, the watermelon is yellow. That's so cool. How did they get it yellow? That's crazy. um and especially like fruits in Japan, I feel like they're very overpriced, and they're very like I don't really get the whole thing with fruit here. I really don't, to be honest with you. This is like, wait, this is not the right size for my nail. This is too small. Where the hell is the larger size? What did I do with it? Please tell me I have one that's a larger size. Oh no. Did I fuck this up? These nails that I got also don't have like, oh, they do have the numbers on them. What number is this? Is this 7? Hold on. Is it 7? That's 4. And this is 8. I need to find another 4. What did I do with the other 4? That's also 7. Wait, is that 4? Or is it 7? No, that's a 4. 7. Did I throw away the last 4? Hold on. I threw away some of the ones that I know aren't gonna fit me. Fuck. Why do I do this to myself? 8. Oh, you. Did I really throw that last? Why did I? What? 5, 4. Wait, what about the 5? Did I throw the 5 away? Oh my god. Yeah, the fruit is always like been kind of a luxury here. I'm gonna have to use the smaller one, aren't I? Unless I dig. Okay, I'm gonna have to dig through my trash because I'm not. Okay, just give me a second. I need to dig through my garbage really fast because I'm stupid. That's a too big. Too big. What is this? Is this an 8? Too small. This is also why I hate press-on nails, is because the sizes never fucking fit me. I don't have another 5. What the hell? Okay, I guess fuck me. What the hell am I gonna do? That's not gonna fit on my nail. What the fuck am I gonna do? I can't I can't not have one nail on my finger. I can't fucking do that. I'm gonna look like a trashy bitch. Okay, this is a 5. Wait, isn't the 5 the one I need? Wait. That's a 5. That's a 5, and this is also a 5. Oh, it doesn't even fit on my other hand either. Oh my god. Nothing is ever easy for me. Nothing in my life is ever easy. Okay. Oh, all right. I have no choice. I just have to use a nail that doesn't fucking fit my finger, but that's fine. Anyway, I will continue talking about the other stuff I did. I went to so if you saw my Twitter, you would have seen the picture I posted from when I went to the Eureka 7 20th anniversary exhibition. And I got so much merch. Oh, the timer is up. Okay. I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes and then I'll get my laundry. Because when I went down to get my laundry, it said there was 1 minute left on the clock. So literally the timer on the laundry machine is not like accurate to real life. And you know, I kind of decided that I'm for the time being, I'm gonna ban myself from buying Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen merch, because my problem that I have, is that like a lot of the things I like are really niche or not very popular. So finding merch for those things is like, it's very rare to find. So when I do find merch from something that I have difficulty finding merch of, I buy it because it's like, well, this is like the only chance I'm gonna have to get it, right? Like I have to take what I can get because like this may be my only opportunity. So the problem is when I, you know, when it's for something that doesn't have a lot of merch, like a show that's maybe less popular and doesn't have a lot of merch, it's fine. Because it's like, okay, well, you know, there's not really a lot of stuff that's available, so I might as well get it, right? Because it's going to be hard to find. But I kind of, when it's something like a popular show and it has a lot of merch, I still kind of like, it's hard for me to get out of that mentality, because what will happen is that I'll like see something and I'll be like, oh, why is my phone not fucking charging? Why is my phone not fucking charging? What the fuck? What the fuck is why is it not charging? It says it's charging, but it's at 8%. God fucking piece of shit. Okay. So like what'll happen is I'll just be like out and about. Oop. Sorry, I bumped the mic. And I'll be like, oh, cool. Here's some like cool, like a Makima pin. I'll get it. Oh, cool. It's a Nanami acrylic stand. I'll get it. Like I put it in my cart without thinking about it because it's there and I like it, right? So then I end up getting a bunch of stuff without really like thinking about it, because it's like, ooh, another addition to my collection. And it you know, I need to stop doing that. So I've banned myself from buying JJK and Chainsaw Man merch. I only bought one Makima acrylic stand, and that's it. I'm not buying anything else for the foreseeable future. Because like, you know, like when I went to the Eureka 7 exhibition, I'm like, I have to get as much stuff as I can, because Eureka 7 merchandise is basically non-existent. Like there's like hardly any merch that was ever made for Eureka 7. And now they're having like these collaborations and these like exclusive merch for like the 20th anniversary. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to get this, because like it doesn't, like there's not very many of it, much of it in existence. So I have to get as much as I can, right? So, you know, I do that, and I don't feel like that's like I'm like, it's like I have to, I don't have any other opportunity to do so, right? You with Kamen Rider toys? Dude, I see there's Kamen Rider stores fucking everywhere here. Every time I go into like a mall or a shopping center, there's like some kind of Kamen Rider store. Like I see that fucker everywhere I go. All these like toys and shit. You'd be very happy, I'm sure. So I did that for the Eureka 7 exhibition. I did that for the Yakuza exhibition as well. because there's not a whole lot of Yakuza merch in existence. I did get some stuff from the Yakuza vending machines in Kabukicho and Dotonbori. Um, so I am a little disappointed with the vending machines because like, you know, like on the merch list, they have all this merch, but a lot of the stuff I wanted it didn't seem to be in stock, or it was like, oh, these are random. Like there were these pins I wanted, right? And I thought you would be able to choose like the individual pins that you wanted. But it was like, it's completely random. Like, oh, you're just gonna get like a random one. Which I don't like. I don't like not knowing what I'm gonna get. I don't like gotcha. I don't like not knowing what I'm gonna get. So, you know, I did get like some of the pins. None of them had Majima on it. But it's fine. I got like, I think most, if not all, of the Majima acrylic stands. And like you guys saw how much Majima merch I got. I think like I went a little crazy, but you know what? It's fine. I'm not Majima's strongest soldier. Okay, so I talked about this on Irium when I went to the exhibition. So first of all, there were so many girls at the Yakuza exhibition. I would say like the gender ratio was 50-50. Like half girls, half guys were there, right? It was very, like a very surprisingly equal like distribution. And you know, they have cutouts of all of the characters, and there's a line in front of the Majima standee, which I was in, of course. You know, all the girls wanted to take pictures like with the Majima standee. But I remember there's this like there's this woman in front of me. She came with her like son in like a stroller. I think maybe he was like maybe like 3 years old. He looked to be about. She was dressed so cute. Her outfit was on point. Her makeup and hair was on point, and she had this big Ida bag full of Majima merch. And I was like, oh my god, like I was so like blown away. And so she's taking a picture in front of the Majima standee. And so she gets her son, and she like, you know, she picks her son up, and she's like taking a selfie of herself with her son in front of the Majima standee. And I'm like, I was just like that is Majima's strongest soldier. Like I kneel. I was blown away by her aura. Like I am nothing in comparison to her. Like I kneel, respect. And her son. So in some places of the exhibition, they have like, you know, characters that are saying things or like saying some of their lines, right? And so, you know, there's this one line that played. It was like Majima, he says something, and then he says, Kiryu-chan! And after he said Kiryu-chan, her son was like imitating Majima saying Kiryu-chan. It was so cute. She's raising her son to be a Majima fan. It was so cute. She is so powerful. That was Majima's #1 wife. Like, I can't compete with that. I can't. She deserves that spot more than me. You know, all I could do is hope that, like, maybe I can be Majima's #2 wife, you know? But, like, I kneel. I salute her. That is the most powerful woman I have ever seen in my life. Like, she's so powerful, so passionate. I was like, oh my god. Like, that, just blown away. She was so fucking cool. But yeah, there were so many girls there taking pictures of all the Majima stuff. Like, I think you guys saw, there was that article that said, there was a woman who married, Kiryu, right? So that's actually a thing that you can do at the exhibition. It costs about $900, and you can basically have a wedding with the cardboard cutout. They have someone do your hair and makeup, you get a marriage certificate, and you can invite people to come to your wedding, so to speak, get your picture taken by a photographer. And like, honestly, if I had $900, I would do that. If I had $900 to spare like that, I would absolutely do that. I think there was another girl that was there who was also doing that because she was dressed in this beautiful furisode and she was getting some pictures with like the Kiryu standee. So I think she was also getting married to Kiryu on the day that I was there. But like it was so powerful. Can I come to your Yakuza wedding? Yes, everyone is invited to my marriage to the Majima cardboard cutout. Okay, I need to get my laundry out of the dryer, so I'm gonna BRB again. Um, yeah, okay, I will hopefully not take as long this time since I'm just getting my stuff out of the dryer. I'll be right back. Okay, the laundry has been gotten. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I just like sort it. Okay, let's get back. Let me hold on. Do I have any more like honey lemon tea? I do. Yes. Okay. My throat is I did karaoke. I think was it yesterday or was it no, like 2 days ago. 2 days ago I did the karaoke stream. And my throat was pretty like, rough after that. And I think like talking again is also a little irritating it. So I have some honey lemon drink, whatever the hell this is. I also need to find some like cough drops. Um, I have not been able to find my Chinese cough syrup. I know they have it on Amazon, but I don't really know how I can order it as of yet, because I don't think it can be delivered to the hotel. I think maybe I can send it to like a locker, an Amazon locker or something. I'm not too sure. Go into the survival viewer and apply honey to your throat. Oh, speaking of Metal Gear, I was in Yokohama with my friend, and I was in this like mall, and I found the Metal Gear like trading acrylic stands. I found the Metal Gear trading acrylic stands. I want to do a hand cam soon. I don't know logistically if that's going to be possible in my hotel. I do have room on my desk, so to speak, but I don't know like how I would set it up. Because I have some more blind boxes too that I want to open with you guys. I found the MGS3 pachinko machine. No. I also got some Death Stranding like trading keychain and pin at the Death Stranding thing. And I also went to the Nintendo Museum. I went to the Nintendo Museum in Kyoto, I think earlier this week. It was really small, but it was really, really cool. So the top half, so it's like 2 floors. The second floor of the museum is basically dedicated to every Nintendo console. So they have like a section for like every Nintendo console, and even stuff Nintendo made before they made like game consoles. Like I'm talking about from like the 1800s, from like the 60s and the 70s, like super old Nintendo tech. Like they even released a stationary bike in like the 70s. That's crazy. I didn't even know like Nintendo released a stationary bike in the 70s. That's crazy, right? Unfortunately, you are not allowed to take any pictures or videos whatsoever inside the museum. Even the Game & Watch. Yes. So I don't have anything to show you guys because you're not allowed to do that like at all, which is unfortunate, but I understand why. So I was like going through like all the sections, like, you know, the Game Boy section and the Wii section, and I was like, oh my god, they have like, you know, all the consoles and like the games and stuff, and they had like the different packaging for like the games, like the Japanese, American, and European releases. And they also had like an interesting thing where they showed the distribution of like sales per region. So I think it was like originally for some of the older consoles, they sold better in Japan at first. And then, you know, later on they started selling more like equally, like equal amount in Japan, equal amount in the US, equal amount in like Europe or other regions. And then towards like the Switch, I think the Switch sold more units outside of Japan than like Japan itself. I think that's also because like, you know, Nintendo has more global brand recognition now. So now like people are more aware of the brand, and it's easier for them to get like Nintendo consoles outside of like, you know, Japan or whatever, right? But my favorite area was this little section that they had where they showed like prototypes of some of the consoles and controllers. And the Wii prototype controllers were so ridiculous and fucked up. I genuinely don't even know what they were thinking with some of them. One of the Wii prototype controllers was like a circle. It looked like a frisbee. Like, I'm not joking. It was like a fucking frisbee. That was the prototype controller for the Wii. I don't understand how they like what their process was, right? For coming up with that. Was this back when it was called the Revolution? I don't know. It didn't have names like that on it. Another one was, this one was really fucking funny. I think you can find a picture of this on the internet somewhere. So it's basically like a square controller, kind of like the, what is it called? It's like a square controller, like the 8-bit dough, right? It looked like the 8-bit dough, if you know what that is. Like those little square controllers. But it was larger than that. And it had a slot in the center where you put the Wii remote into. So it's like this square controller that has like a Wii mote sticking out of it. It was so fucking stupid looking. It was so stupid looking. It made me laugh. And like some of the DS prototypes were funny. One of them was like a Game Boy, like a Game Boy Advance SP, but it basically had like another screen like attached to the the top of the second screen. So it looked like a Game Boy with like another screen taped to the top of the screen. It was really funny. Those were great. Those were really, really great. But you know, it was just so cool. It was so awesome. The bottom part of the museum was basically more for like families and kids. Like they had like games you could play. They had the games with like the giant controllers. If you've seen those pictures before, like, oh, you can play, you know, whatever, this game on a giant Wiimote. I didn't do any of that because it was crowded. And also I was like by myself, and I feel like it would probably be more fun if there was someone with me. Maybe I'll come back with someone and do those. The merch section, I was a little disappointed with. There was not that much interesting merch as I was expecting there to be. Was a Nintendo Power Pad there? I didn't see it. Like I said, it was really crowded, so I couldn't even go into the rooms where they had them. But they did have like a power pad for you to look at. Like they had it displayed. Like, this is the power pad. This is what it looked like. This is how you would use it, that kind of thing. So they, of course, they had the controller pillows. They had the Wiimote controller pillow, and I think the N64 controller pillow. You know, when I first saw them, I was like, oh, that's so cool, I want one. When I was looking at them, I'm kind of like, I don't really know if I want one. So, you know, like, they look cool. They were like $100 though. The Wiimote pillow was $100. So I was kind of like, maybe not today. What I did get though, is I got a Game Boy Advance t-shirt, I got some stickers, and I got a I got a Wii U mug. So the merch was basically like, for each console, they basically just had a set of like merch with the logo of the console on it. You know, they had like the NES, the Famicom, the N64, the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Wii, Wii U, Switch. And it was basically just like t-shirts, stickers, mugs, pens, notepads. Not super exciting. Not very exciting. But I got the Wii U mug because A, I think I'll need a mug, and B, I thought it was really fucking funny. Crap, is my phone okay? My iPhone just shut down. So, let me switch over to my fucking PNG. Hold on. Here we go. Is this working? Hello? It's not working. Why isn't this working? Audio source? Oh! Hold on a second. Audio input capture? Oh, wait, hold on. This is it? Oh, it's working now. Okay, it's working now. Okay, yeah, we're switching over to PNG for the rest of the stream because the phone is just being stupid right now. But yeah, I bought the Wii U mug because I thought it was funny. Being one of the 12 people who bought a Wii U. So I have that. I think there was something else I got too, but I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna have to go through all my stuff when I sort through my luggage again. But yeah, the merch was not super interesting or exciting to me. Did the Wii U mug come with its own screen? No, unfortunately it did not. There was a cafe though. There was like a little cafe but the line for the cafe was going out the door. And I was like, I don't really I'm not really in the mood to wait like an hour to eat like a Nintendo French fries or whatever the fuck, so I'm just gonna leave. I didn't, like I said, it was very small. I don't think I spent more than like an hour and a half there, but it was really enjoyable. It was really enjoyable. I definitely want to go again eventually. The Miyamoto fries. Because it was really cool. It was really, really cool. Let's see, what else? I also went to the Yokohama Aquarium when I was in Yokohama with my friend for the first time. The Hakejima Sea Paradise. I've never been there before, and I wanted to go there because it seems like a really big aquarium, and I really liked it. It's kind of like a little rundown. Like the vibe from the aquarium. It was built in 1993. It was very Heisei core, if you know what I mean. Like, it was built in 1993. The facilities, like the buildings, have not really been updated in a long time. Like, obviously, like, the bathrooms were new and there were new things that they had upgraded, but like the whole thing itself had not really been like changed that much. So yeah, it was very, very Heisei core. But the vibe that I got from being there is like, there were a lot of parents with their kids there. And it was like the kind of thing where it's like, parents take their kids there because like, they went there when they were kids. But then once they like get to the aquarium and they start walking around, they're like, this place is a bit more run down than I remember it being, right? Like when I was a kid, this aquarium was like the coolest thing ever, but now I'm noticing how run down it is, Kind of like the mall in your hometown, the shitty mall in your hometown that like you went to all the time as a kid, but like hasn't been like changed at all since that time. Like it still looks very like a little run down, like it has like an age to it. It has a little bit of grime to it, And I actually really liked that. In comparison to Kaiyukan, which is a very like new, modern and fancy aquarium, it's like comparing apples to oranges, right? But I did like the Hakejima Sea Paradise because of the like almost like, I don't want to say vintage vibe that it had, but it was definitely very like, it felt very lived in, like very like real, I suppose. My friend didn't like it as much as I did, but I thought it was very charming. It was very charming. I did see Slappies. So within the aquarium, they were sleeping. We went in the afternoon, so it was like Slappy nap time, and they were so fucking funny. They just like, they're just like sleeping. One of them had like kind of squeezed itself between a rock and a wall to like keep itself from floating around. And it was just like sleeping there. It was really funny. And then there was some like outdoor, I didn't even know this. There was like an outdoor seal area too. And apparently you could get your picture taken with the seals. Like you could touch the seal and have your picture taken with the seal. And I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't even know that was like a thing here. So, if I ever go again, I am for sure, yeah, I'm literally going to seal point at the seal. I'm gonna do that for sure. I'm going to get my picture seal pointing at the seal. Like, yo, it's me. It was, I thought it was charming. I thought it was very, very charming. Very, very Heisei core. Seal point directly at the belly. Yeah. I still do have like 2 more aquariums that I need to, why did my phone restart? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna take the freaking iPhone. I'm just gonna like plug it into an actual like charging thing. Sorry, I bumped the mic again. Here we go. First, hold on. I wanted to go to the Kyoto Aquarium because I heard that they have really cute seal plushies there. And I've never been to the Kyoto Aquarium before. So I'm gonna try to do that next week, and I also need to go to KaiuCon again. Which I guess I'll have to do next week too. I always forget that like Christmas isn't like a federal holiday here. So most things are open on Christmas. Like the aquarium is open all day on Christmas. And I could just do that. I could just go there. I don't know if I want to do that though, because it's probably going to be like really crowded, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Because I do want to like do something on Christmas, right? I was thinking maybe doing a stream, maybe doing another karaoke stream. Be sure to go to Tokyo Disney Sea. I'm not in Tokyo anymore, so not gonna be able to do that. I do want to go to Tokyo Disney Sea eventually with my family, but I don't know when that's gonna be. Any fake meat fried chicken places? Okay, here's the beef that I haha, get it, beef? Here's the beef that I have with like fake meat in Japan. Most of the fake meat in Japan is soy based, which I don't have a problem with. I like soy. I love tofu. I like soybeans. And you would think that like Japan, the country known for, you know, using soy, eating a lot of soy, they would be good at utilizing soy to make like, you know, plant-based meat substitutes. The soy meat here fucking sucks. It's terrible. It's really fucking bad. Like the texture is just awful. Like, you know, I'm used to, like, my standards are very high because I'm used to eating Impossible meat, right? Or Beyond meat. But like the soy meat here is so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad. Like I'm better off just getting like, you know, having fish or like a vegetarian food. You know, thankfully the majority of burger places have like fish burgers. I went to, I think, Moss Burger the other day and I tried their fish burger. It was all right. It was fine. Suzabi, welcome in, welcome. Almontes, hello, welcome and welcome. Yeah, but the soy meat here just, it's not good. It's just really bad, and it makes me so sad. It's so disappointing to me personally that I'm just like, oh god. You know, like I've definitely already like just like kind of had meat without really even thinking about it, which, you know, I don't really care. Like I'm not someone who's going to like refuse to eat something unless like for example, 7-Eleven has this Chikawa collab going on right now, and they have this spicy curry with that Chikawa, right? The curry does have like, I think, beef or pork in it, but the chunks of pork in it are actually really big, so it's easy for me to just like, you know, pick them out and put them to the side. Yeah, the one with the ramen. But the spicy Chikawa curry was really good. It was actually really good, and it actually was like decently spicy. Like not like bulldog spicy, but it was spicy enough for me to go like, oh, this is spicier than, you know, the majority of like, because in Japan, if you order spicy food, it's, you know, unless you've like never had spicy food before in your life, it's not gonna be spicy. It's not gonna be spicy. Like the Japanese palate is just not like accustomed to spicy food. So generally speaking, spicy here is never really that spicy. So, you know, I was pleasantly surprised that it was actually, you know, it had a little bit of a kick, right? Just a little bit. Enough for me to be pleasantly surprised. Oh, thank you for your 3-stream streak, Suzabi. Thank you. I also, when I was in Tokyo, as you guys saw, I got a picture with the Kojima Productions statue at the offices in the Shinagawa Season Terrace. I almost passed the fuck out on my way there because I was genuinely so scared that I was going to run into Hideo Kojima. I didn't know at the time he was in LA, but I didn't know that when I was on my way there. I'm like walking down the street towards the office and I'm like, like I'm having trouble breathing and my heart is beating really fast. And I'm like, oh my God, like I really hope I don't see him because I don't think I can handle that. Right? Thankfully I got the picture and I left and like, he wasn't there. But like, I joke about stalking Hideo Kojima, but I genuinely don't think I would be able to handle if I saw him. I think that if I saw like Kojima, even if it was like out of the corner of my eye, I would pass the fuck out. And then, I would wake up and I would realize, oh, I fainted in front of Hideo Kojima. And then I would be so embarrassed that I would just die. Like my heart would just stop. Like I would be so embarrassed that I would literally die. So I'm scared. I don't think I could handle seeing him. Like I genuinely think I would die if I ever saw him. So embarrassed that you'll deport yourself. Like the closest I got was at the Death Stranding exhibition when there was like the poster, he signed it. So, I took a picture of like his signature on the poster and I was like, oh my God, that's his signature. He was here 2 days ago and he signed it. And Yoji's signature was also there. But yeah, I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I'm strong enough. I genuinely don't think I'm strong enough to handle meeting Kojima. Meanwhile, I just casually met him and Yoji. It's like, it's like, how it's like those teen girls that would like faint at like, they faint at like Beatles concerts, or probably now it's like K-pop concerts or whatever. That's gonna be me, but like with fucking Hideo Kojima. And he's just gonna be like, what the fuck? Why this fucking white girl just like pass out in front of me? What the fuck is wrong with her? And I'm just gonna be so embarrassed that I'm just gonna die. Like my heart is just gonna stop. It's gonna be like, well, you know what? You had a good run, but this is the end of the line. This is the end of the line. There's no coming back from this one. There's no coming back from this. Like you're just, it's time to die. It's time to die. It's over. It's done. So yeah, now I have to avoid him at all costs, or I genuinely think I'm gonna die, for real, in the real world. Sorry, I'm just like looking around my room for anything that I might have missed telling you guys about. I went to a department store the other day. Well, I don't even know if you could consider, is Yodobashi in Osaka a department store? I don't know if it is. I hate that building so much because it's so fucking, it's gigantic. And sorry, I'm just adjusting my mic. Excuse me. It's so big. There's so many stores in there, and it's just like, it's like, I would describe it as hell. Is there multiple stores in one building and it's not a mall? Then yes. So here's what's annoying about these places in Japan that drives me bananas, is there'll be somewhere I want to go and it'll say, oh, it's inside this building or this mall or this shopping area. And I'll be looking for it. I'll be out on the street and I'll be trying to figure out how to get there. I'll be looking for signs, and none of the signs say like the shopping street or whatever is this way, right? And so I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm in the right area and it's not here. And so then like, eventually I'll like ask them for directions, like, hey, how do I get to this place? And they're like, oh yeah, it's inside that building. And I'm like, what do you, well, like this is a different building. Like, what do you mean? The building is called something different. He's like, oh no, it's inside the building. And I'm like, okay. So then I go, the building, it's like the name of the building, right, is one thing. But inside the building is like the shopping center, so to speak. And the shopping center is called, inside the building, is called something different. And the address in, Google Maps does not say it's inside this building or it's inside this shopping center inside this building. It says it's inside this place. And so it drives me bonkers. Like, Like yesterday, I was in Tokyo Station again. When I was in Tokyo, I went to the HoloLive store in Tokyo Station, and I will be honest with you, Tokyo Station is a fucking nightmare. I never want to go inside there again. Like, people say that Shibuya Station is a nightmare. I don't think Shibuya Station is that bad. I've never gotten lost inside Shibuya Station. To be fair, every time I've gone to Shibuya Station, they're always doing construction. So some area is always closed off, which I guess makes it a little bit easier for me. But Tokyo Station is a fucking nightmare. Like, so it's like the HoloLive store on Google Maps. It says, oh, it's in Tokyo Station, Character Street, basement floor. And I'm like, okay. So I go to the basement, right? And I'm like looking for the signs that says like, oh, this is the way to, this Character Street, right? And like, it says like, oh, this is the name of the shopping area underneath the station. It's like and so I'm like just trying to fucking find it, and I'm like going up and down all these areas, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, like I like it's a fucking nightmare. Eventually I find it, and it's like, they have a lot of stuff. They have all of the dolls. I got my friend some Korone stuff, and I think I got like a Subaru. I got a Subaru plushie. I also went to the Chikawa store too, which was disappointing because I didn't realize that Kurimanju is not so much of a popular character because I can barely find any Kurimanju merch. It's so hard to find Kurimanju stuff. Good for my wallet, but frustrating for me. Anyway, I find it, I look around, I go to some of the other stores, and I'm like, okay, getting here was terrible. I never want to go down here again. Unfortunately, I was in Tokyo Station again yesterday, and I was like, okay, I'm hungry. I need to find something to eat. I know the food is downstairs, and I'm looking, there's like a sushi row downstairs. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll go to sushi row. It's fine. And so it says like, oh, let me actually pull it up. Let me actually pull it up so I can tell you how fucking irritating it was to get here. Sushiro in Tokyo Station. So there's like a bunch of different sushiros here. I think it was okay, yes. It was the sushiro in the Yaesu Underground shopping mall. So I'm looking at the signs. None of them say Yaesu Underground Shopping Mall, or it's also called in Yaechika. And so, I asked someone, hey, where is this? And like, because I'm on the first floor, right? And they're like, oh, it's downstairs. It's like underneath. And I'm like, okay, cool. I go downstairs, and I'm like, I'm back in Character Street, right? And I'm like what the fuck? Like, it's a different, all the signs say it's something different. So I'm like trying to fucking figure out where the hell is this place, because none of the signs say this way to this like fucking place, right? Like, oh, this is First Avenue, Tokyo Station, which is an underground shopping mall. That's where Character Street is. But then there's one next to it called Yaechika. And I am like losing my mind. I'm like, I don't understand. Why are there, fucking hell, god damn it. I just pulled some of my hair out because of these stupid fucking nails. Anyway, I'm like, I'm losing my shit because I'm like, why are there two different underground shopping malls underneath the station? I don't understand. Why are there two different ones? It's the same area. They're connected to each other. Why are there two different ones? And why are there no signs that point to how to get to the other one? It drives me bananas. That's the one thing I fucking hate about like finding things in Japan is like, oh, it's in this building. Like, let me go what I'm talking about with the Yodobashi in Osaka. So I was, what was this, the store? No, it wasn't Daimaru. It was fucking it wasn't the Pokemon store. Fuck, what was the store I was at? I was looking for Daiso. I remember I was looking for Daiso. I was looking for Daiso specifically. Not in Umeda. Is this the one? I don't think this is the one. What is it? This one? Yeah, okay. This is it. So I was looking for Daiso. The address. It said it's on floor 5 of Lynx Umeda. So I'm looking for, you know, the Lynx Umeda building, right? Because, you know, if that's what you're saying, it must be a building. It's not. Lynx Umeda is inside the Yodobashi building. But it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that on the address. It just says floor 5 of Lynx Umeda. So I'm looking for a building called fucking Lynx Umeda. And I don't see it. And so then like I go into I see like I'm standing outside of Yodobashi and I see a sign that says Lynx Umeda inside Yodobashi. And I'm like, why the fuck can't you just say it's inside the Yodobashi building? Biscuit, thank you for the 440 bits. Thank you. Like, this happens so often. Like, I don't understand. Why can't you just say it's in the Yodobashi building? I'm looking for a fucking building called Lynx Umeda. It's inside Yodobashi. Why don't... Like... I'm, like, losing... Like, it happens every single fucking day. And then, you know, eventually I have to ask someone, I'm like, hey, where is this place? And they're like, oh, it's inside this building. And I'm like, that's okay. I'll go inside fucking Daimaru. And then it's like, oh, within Daimaru, there's a section that's called this. And it's like, but then why doesn't it say that on the fucking Google Maps address? Why doesn't it say that? Like, I'm like losing my mind. I'm going bananas. I'm going fucking bananas every single day. Like, there's also a Hololive store in I think the Hankyu station in Osaka. But I don't even know if I want to go there because I just... Hunting for these stores inside of train stations is such a fucking nightmare. Yeah, okay, I brought up the address on the Daiso website. It says Lynx Umeda. Nowhere on here does it say it's inside Yodobashi. I'm oh my god, like it's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. Like, you know, obviously if you live here, you eventually figure it out, right? Like, oh, you know, if I want to go to this store, I have to go to this place inside this place. But like if you're into like if you're you know, you're unfamiliar with an area, it's like a nightmare. Rope your Japanese friend into giving you free navigation. Oh no, she does. She does all the time. But even her, she struggles to like find things. We struggle to find things when we go places sometimes. Like it's, oh my god, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I lose my mind every time. Oof. Damn it, I gotta go to the bathroom again. Okay, it's 11:42 for me. I need to start getting ready for the day because I'm going to a thing later, which I will tell you guys about in a couple days probably. Ooh. I'm so happy that the internet is working. I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to stream. I feel really, really bad because I signed up for the GTA VTuber RP and I was looking forward so much to being a part of it and streaming it. But like I haven't had time, and I've just been so tired. So tired because I'm so busy all the time. So I feel really bad that I wasn't able to really participate in that. I did technically play like twice. One to kind of like build my character and figure out the basics, and another to kind of like try to interact with people. I'm not very good at RPing. I am really fucking bad at RPing. I don't know how to do it. So, you know, I really hope that they'll do another one next year and I'll actually be able to participate in it. GTA is just tiring to begin with. Don't you need to be ID'd for GTA Online? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. I've never fucking played Grand Theft Auto before. I have no idea what the hell any of you guys are talking about. But yeah, I was really looking forward to participating in that. But unfortunately I wasn't able to, and I feel really bad about it. I also feel bad that, like I said, I haven't been able to stream. I've been so tired, and I thought like, oh, when I get to Osaka, I'll have lots more time to stream. And then the Wi-Fi at my hotel hasn't been working. Thankfully it's working today. I hope, fingers crossed, that it's going to continue to be working, but I can't guarantee it. So don't, like, you know, before I go live, I'll do like my little, I'll send a notification in the Discord. But yeah, I can't really tell you what my next stream is going to be. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I don't think I'm gonna raid anyone today. But yeah, I will try to stream again. Probably next week. I think this weekend I'm gonna be busy. Next week. But yeah, before I go, I just want to say I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're from. And hopefully, I gotta switch to the ending screen. Hopefully, I will see you all next time. Bye bye.